Hello, art friends. My name is Fleshwad, and today I'm doing part 4 of CreepyPasta to CutiePasta. Today's CreepyPasta is titled Candle Cove. I also have a couple of friends reading in today, so special thanks to BloodCell47 for voicing Mike_Painter, Slumber Reads for voicing Jaren_2005, and Lewis Ralston for voicing Kevin_Hart. Thanks to all these guys for helping out. You can find them all linked down below as well as the CreepyPasta, in case you want to read along. As always, for a better viewing experience, make sure to watch in the dark, or with the lights off, and with your headphones on. Net Nostalgia Forum, Television, Local. Skyshale 033. Subject: Candle Cove, Local Kids Show? Does anyone remember this kids show? It was called Candle Cove, and I must have been about 6 or 7. I never found reference to it anywhere, so I think it was on a local station around 1971 or 1972. I lived in Ironton at the time. I don't remember which station, but I do remember it was on at a weird time, like 4 p.m.
Mike_Painter 65. Subject: Candle Cove Local Kids Show? It seems really familiar to me. I grew up outside of Ashland and was 9 years old in 72. Candle Cove. Was it about pirates? I remember a pirate marionette at the mouth of a cave talking to a little girl.
Yes, okay, I'm not crazy. I remember Pirate Percy. I was always kind of scared of him. He looked like he was built from parts of other dolls, real low budget. His head was an old porcelain doll. Looked like an antique that didn't belong on the body. I don't remember what station this was. I don't think it was WTSF though.
Jaren_2005. Subject regarding Candle Cove Local Kids Show. Sorry to resurrect this old thread, but I know exactly what show you mean. Skyshale. I think Candle Cove ran for only a couple months in 71, not 72. I was 12 and I watched it a few times with my brother. It was Channel 58, whatever station that was. My mom would let me switch to it after the news. Let me see what I remember. It took place in Candle Cove, and it was about a little girl who imagined herself to be friends with pirates. The pirate ship was called the Laughing Stalk. And Pirate Percy wasn't a very good pirate because he got scared too easily, and there was calliope music constantly playing. Don't remember the girl's name. Janice or Jade or something. I think it was Janice.
Thank you, Jaren. Memories flooded back when you mentioned the Laughing Stock and Channel 58. I remember the bow of the ship was a wooden smiling face, with the lower jaw submerged. It looked like it was swallowing the sea, and it had that awful Edwin voice and laugh. I especially remember how jarring it was when they switched from the wooden/plastic model to the foam puppet version of the head that talked.
I remember now too. Do you remember this part, Skyshale? You have to go inside.
Mike, I got a chill reading that. Yes, I remember. That's what the ship always told Percy when there was a spooky place he had to go in, like a cave or a dark room where the treasure was. And the camera would push in on Laughingstock's face with each pause. You have to go inside. With his 2 eyes askew and that flopping foam jaw and the fishing line that opened and closed it, it just looked so cheap and awful. You guys remember the villain? He had a face that was just a handlebar mustache, above really tall, narrow teeth.
Kevin_Hart. Subject: Candle Cove Local Kids Show. I honestly thought the villain was Pirate Percy. I mean, I was about 5 when this show was on. Nightmare fuel.
That wasn't the villain, the puppet with the mustache. That was the villain's sidekick, Horace Horrible. He had a monocle too, but it was on top of his mustache. I used to think that meant he only had one eye. But yeah, the villain was another marionette, the Skin Taker. I can't believe what they let us watch back then.
Jesus H. Christ, the Skin Taker. What kind of a kid show were we watching? I seriously could not look at the screen when the skin taker showed up. He just descended out of nowhere on his strings, just a dirty skeleton wearing that brown top hat and cape, and his glass eyes that were too big for his skull. Christ almighty.
Wasn't his top hat and cloak all sewn up crazily? Was that supposed to be children's skin?
Yeah, I think so. Remember his mouth didn't open and close? His jaw just slid back and forth. I remember this little girl said, "Why does your mouth move like that?" And the skin taker didn't look at the girl but at the camera and said, "To grind your skin."
I'm so relieved that other people remember this terrible show. I used to have this awful memory. A bad dream I had where the opening jingle ended, the show faded in from black, and all the characters were there. But the camera was just cutting to each of their faces, and they were just screaming. And the puppets and marionettes were flailing spastically. And just all screaming. The girl was just moaning and crying like she had been through hours of this. I woke up many times from that nightmare. I used to wet the bed when I had it.
I don't think that was a dream. I remember that. I remember that was an episode.
No, not possible. There was no plot or anything. I mean, literally just standing in place crying and screaming for the whole show.
Maybe I'm manufacturing the memory because you said that, but I swear to God, I remember seeing what you described. They just screamed.
Oh god, yeah. The little girl Janice, I remember seeing her shake, and the skin taker screaming through his gnashing teeth. His jaw careening so wildly I thought it would come off its wire hinges. I turned it off and it was the last time I watched. I ran to tell my brother and we didn't have the courage to turn it back on.
I visited my mom today at the nursing home. I asked her about when I was little in the early 70s, when I was 8 or 9, and if she remembered a kid's show, Candle Cove. She said she was surprised I could remember that, and I asked why. And she said, "Because I used to think it was so strange that you said, 'I'm gonna go watch Candle Cove now, Mom,' and then you would tune the TV to static and just watch dead air for 30 minutes. You had a big imagination with your little pirate show."
And that was our reading of Candle Cove. Hope you guys enjoyed the art, and I hope you enjoyed the reading. Special thanks again to Bloodcell47, Slumber Reads, and Lewis Ralston for reading in for me. Make sure to check out their channels, Twitters, etc., because they'll all be in the description down below. I also asked each of them if they could send in a little audio clip, kind of explaining what they do, just in case you guys were curious, if you want to check them out a little more. So here are some of those clips.
I just want to keep this short and sweet. My channel name is Bloodcell47. I do a bunch of goofy video game playthroughs there, but I have one critical opinion piece that I'm very proud of. It's called Stealth, a Dying Genre. I would really appreciate the view. And of course, a big thank you to Fleshwad for including me in her video. I hope to be part of future projects like this, and I hope my narration was up to par for you guys.
Hi, I'm Lewis Ralston. I'm a 17-year-old voice actor. This was fun. I played Kevin Hart, or Kevin_Hart. It's a great name. I haven't really got much to say. You can probably find my YouTube linked, I'm assuming. It's just Lewis Ralston VA. You'll only find my demo reel on there because I'm trying to find some other creative stuff to do with my voice. It isn't already being done by literally every other voice acting YouTuber out there. And yeah, if you like what I do, you can always contact me via my email and see if I'll be interested in voicing in your project. Or if you just want to talk to me about cool stuff, I'm always willing to talk about cool stuff. Cool.
And check out Slumber Reads. He reads creepy stories, but not exactly CreepyPasta stories. They are, I think, from Reddit, so they are stories that you have never heard of that are very, very creepy, so check him out as well. And that's going to be it for this video. Hope we creeped you out at least a little bit, and make sure to check out my other videos if you like creeping yourself out even more, because I have a lot of creepy videos. Make sure to follow me on Instagram or Twitter at FleshwadYT for updates, or if you just want to chat. Yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.
You have to go inside.